right, everyone, we are back for episode 43, which I believe it's 43, even though you just told me.
Yep, 43.
Didn't take my fish oil pills this week, and you can already tell the mind is going when I don't do it.
What the hell's wrong with you? Why wouldn't you take your fish oil?
You know me, I'm like the supplement queen, dude. I know. I had like a very stressful week too, and I totally forgot to take my supplements, and my brain is just, it's going, dude.
You don't need them. The girl that I'm seeing right now, she takes like 30 of them a day. Is that a new thing? Are people doing this now?
Well, they do. They say it's good for your brain, and it's also good for your skin. So, I mean, it's not like the worst thing to double, you know. You can never be
I take a multivitamin, sometimes a vitamin C or D if I need it. That's it.
You strike me as somebody who takes like a Flintstone multivitamin. Am I accurate, or is it like a legit like
No,
Centrum?
it's a legit vitamin. But I wouldn't be opposed if I were told I'm getting the same stuff. Absolutely, why not taste a delicious little treat that looks like Fred Flintstone?
Oh my God, you're so funny. I know. Well, actually, like taking a hard left turn from Flintstone vitamins, but a few weeks back, I had my very first VR porn experience.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, it was very interesting. I mean, obviously for like a porn sommelier such as myself, it was like, you know, a momentous occasion. Like I'm never, you know, obviously like it needed to happen. Now you said you've tried it before, correct?
I've tried it with the normal, what they call Google Glass, where it's just like they're really cheap. You can buy like a $5 pair at your local Walmart. But I'm assuming what you've done was an actual VR porn setup.
Yes. So I had like the real goggles or like the
Yes.
real VR thing. It was like the legit setup. But like somebody like came back in time and they were like, oh, like, you know, do you have flying cars? It's like, you know, no. If you cured cancer, no. But we do have, you know, virtual reality porn, and I feel like if it were like a dude, they'd be like, oh, that's still pretty cool though. Like they'd be stoked about it.
It really is. It's honestly like you're there, and the details are the coolest part. That you can look around the living room, you can see someone's kitchen, you can see someone's dining room. You know, you can look around, and then you can look right in front of you, and there's a lady blowing you.
I know it was so weird. Like, and I also didn't realize like that there's 180 degree VR porn and there's 360 degree VR porn. Yeah. And in my mind, I'm like, well, why do I need, you know, 360? But it's like if you're at an orgy, then you can get the full vista, you know, because So I remember like the first one that I was testing out when I was there. It was like a fishing porn, which I also like didn't know was a thing. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. But it like that was the plot line was I was like a dude fishing by a lake and some girl comes out of nowhere, services me, and get this, at the end of it, which most people probably don't even watch, but at the end of it, she like descends into the lake like a fucking mermaid and just disappears. Wait, and just when I thought, I was like, oh, that's the ending, then a guy comes out of nowhere and like high fives the other dude. Like, congratulates him on, like, fucking the lake woman.
Well, congratulates you.
Well, congratulates me on fucking the lake woman. And I was like, oh my God, is this like a guy's ultimate fantasy? Is to, like, have sex with a lake woman, she disappears right after the fuck, and then your buddy comes out of nowhere to high-five you. I'm like, if a man didn't direct this, I don't know who did.
That's funny. When I used to live with guys, you know, like in a roommate situation, one of the best things you do is have a lady over and you have your sex and you come out of your room and the guys congratulate you and you're all sweaty and shit and you're like, yeah, I just did it good, you know? So that is a guy thing to do.
Oh my God. You guys are like, men are just, you kill me. I love that there's like it's like a fucking track meet. Like what is going on? You're like high-fiving afterwards? Like what is going on?
Yeah, you have some Gatorade. Gatorade is probably the most delicious thing you can have after sex.
Some Gatorade. Oh my God. Wow. I didn't know that. But, what was I going to say? Oh, no. And then I was going to say, speaking of like, you know, being with your boys. So then like my friend that I was with, he was like, oh yeah. And then there's, you know, 360 degree VR porn. So that one was like, I was at a bachelor party And again, at first I was like, well, why do I need this? And sure enough, so like I'm having sex with somebody and then I turn around, like I turn all the way around and I could see other people having sex near me. So it's like, it really is, you turn every which way. And I'm like, this is insane. This is so crazy.
Yeah, that's technology. The weird thought is, when we get robots in the future, like artificial intelligence and robots, we're gonna get porn robots before actual like service robots. Like we're gonna have sex dolls that talk to you before anything else.
I'm pretty sure we already do, actually. But yes, no, I know it's true. It's like that was like the first thing on the list of like, what are we gonna use this for? Sex.
Yeah.
So I know it's weird. And then imagine like your first time being in somebody else's living room. Like, it's like I'm not going to masturbate in somebody's living room. This isn't France, this is America. We don't do that here, unless you live in like a certain part of the country. But but it was like, here I am, like, and my friend was trying to be like, cool about it. But meanwhile, the other thing was like, so I have like the VR porn things on, somebody's like fake blowing me and his dog is like trying to jump up on the couch and lick me and I'm like, dude, you got to get the dog away. It's like, it's too weird. I can't have the dog licking me when I'm watching VR, but like I'm not, I might be backwoods, but I am not that backwoods. I'm like, the animals, keep the animals away during the sexual experience. Like I was not, but it was really cool. The other thing too was he was like, yeah, I have like a married couple that he's friends with, and he's like, they have sex with the headsets on.
Ooh, that's a little too Black Mirror-y for me.
I was just gonna say, like, for me, I'm like, every once in a while, just to spice it up, totally get it. Like, I'd be down, but like to do it regularly is like a little too dystopian for me. Like that's
I wouldn't want that either. That's not for me.
Yeah, no. So I'm like, again, this is a personal thing, but every once in a while I'd be like, yeah, like why not? But if you're doing it like, 50% or more of the time, or like I don't know, like that's strange to me.
Yeah, and then again, we're not married, so a married couple been together for a few decades and need to spice up the relationship, and they're monogamous. I get it.
That's true. Oh my God. Maybe you're right. Maybe VR porn is going to be the thing that saves marriages. Maybe the divorce rate will go down because of VR porn. What was I going to say to you? It's just escaped my mind. Oh no, I was going to say, like, have you ever had like a weird like animal or pet incident during sex? Like your pet was being annoying or like it wandered in? Like I don't have a pet.
All the time. Well, my dog particularly doesn't like ladies because he feels like they're stealing me, away from him. So he'll, nibble at ankles. So usually I'll have to put the dog away during that type of thing.
Oh my God, I know. The last thing you need is like Flash, the Chihuahua, jumping up and like biting someone's tit in, mid-coitus. That would be a very jarring experience, I think. Yeah. Luckily I've never had any like weird incidents like that. Have you, by the way, I don't know why I was thinking about this today. I was cracking up. So in high school, I participated in chemistry club. Well, actually, I was in chemistry Olympics. That's what we called it. Did you have that at your school?
No, not at all. I think your school was a tiny bit more whiter than my school.
Oh, yeah, no. So what happens was, there was like a thing called chemistry Olympics, and it literally is like I don't even know what you would call it. It's like the Olympics, but for like nerds. And basically our teacher was like, oh yeah, if you participate in Chem Olympics, you get extra credit. So I wasn't even like a chemistry wizard. My friend Lisa, who did it with me, was. I wasn't that good at it. But I was like, oh, I'm not going to turn down, an opportunity for extra credit. So I was on the B squad for chemistry Olympics. I was on the backup team. So basically, if somebody like passed out or died from our school on the day of the event, I would have to jump in, and I was like the understudy, you know? And like, oh, by the way, everybody had these like really like, important experiments they were doing. Guess what mine was?
What?
Mine was saponification, which is making soap.
Okay.
What do you mean, wow? Other people are there, like, coming up with life-saving drugs, and I'm over here trying to manifest a bar of Irish Spring.
Hey, someone's got to make soap. That's chemistry.
So embarrassing. I wasn't even that good at it.
That's not embarrassing. Come on. How many girls can say they can make soap?
I mean, I know, but I wasn't even that good. I wasn't that good at it, but I had a lot of heart. I basically was like the Rudy Ruettiger of like chemistry Olympics. That was who I was.
Okay. Yeah.
So, is that his name, by the way?
Probably not. What was the name you said?
Wait, you've never seen the movie Rudy?
Yeah, I've seen Rudy. Yes.
So what's his last name?
What did you say his last name was?
Rudy Ruettiger.
Is that his last name in the movie? I did not know that.
Well, now I'm gonna look it up because you know what? Now I gotta look it up because I'm annoyed. Rudy.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, Al. So you know what?
Well, okay, that's why his name is Rudy, because his last name is Ruettiger. Because his name in the movie is Daniel. I didn't know that.
All right, well, listen, all I know is I got it right, so you put that in your juice box and you suck it. Because I
wasn't disagreeing with you. I'm surprised. I didn't know.
But yeah, no, so that was... Anyway.
And also, I didn't know he was a real person. Am I the only one here? I thought that was a fake... I thought it was a made-up movie. I thought it was fiction.
No, I think it's real. No, it's real.
No, yeah, I'm seeing right now. He's a real guy. I had no idea.
I don't know. I wonder if he was in Chem Olympics too.
Probably.
What else is he hiding over there?
He's also a loser.
All right, so yeah, I was the loser of Chem Olympics. Thank you for pointing that out. But no, I actually so also my chemistry teacher, Mrs. Renzetti, was my chemistry teacher, and she was like very strict, like she would like yell at us if we wore like pants with like juicy written across the back. Like she was very like, she didn't like, I don't know, she was very by the book.
Those were in back then.
I know. And so the craziest part though was that outside of school, she was like a different person. So my friend Lisa and I house sat for her once. We had to like watch her house and watch her dog. And she was like a different person. She was like, oh yeah, if you want to have guys over, like just put the dog away because he won't like that. I was like, what? Like we were like 17.
Wow.
And it was amazing. She was like, short of like throwing a party at her house, it was like anything goes. She was so cool.
I get that. I'm the same way at work. At work, I'm kind of a tight ass. And at home, I'm all, Disney and pot.
Yeah, which is probably normal. And I also, speaking of dogs, we almost lost her dog when we were...
Oh, that's not good.
I know, and it was like a big, I don't know if it was like a pit bull, but it was like definitely like a giant aggressive dog, and he was like a teddy bear, but she did say to us like he doesn't like men. So like if, you need to like lock him away or whatever. So we opened the door to get a delivery. The dog takes off running down the street. It's like 9 o'clock at night. My friend Lisa like runs after the dog. I'm sitting there thinking like, oh my God, she's gonna fucking we were both still in her class.
You guys had one job.
Yeah, exactly. We had one job. And not only am I like, oh, we could lose the dog, but what if the dog goes and mauls somebody else? Now it's like a double crime. We've lost the dog, and now somebody's lost their life in Caldwell. Like, I mean, really.
Yeah, and then you're definitely not wearing juicy pants after that.
And would I be kicked out of Chem Club, I think, at that point. I think she definitely would have,
yeah.
There goes the extra credit. We lost your dog.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was such a nerd, dude. I also, like, when I was young, like maybe elementary school, I competed in a Harry Potter trivia contest.
Wow. I didn't even know you were that big of a Harry Potter fan.
Oh, yeah, man. I smoked the competition, let me just tell you.
How have we not gone to Hogwarts together?
I don't know, but I'm so down. And if we go to Hogwarts, I just want you to know, like, I'm coming in a cloak with a wand, like I'm going all out. Like I'm like...
Good, I want to see that. I think maybe a road episode of the show.
Oh my God, that would be hysterical. I would so be down for that.
Yeah, maybe an episode from Three Broomsticks. I think it's a great idea.
I know. Although there is like a part of me that's like, I'm sure if we like go there, then like Hogwarts or like Hogwarts Land will write us a cease and desist. It's like Debbie does Dallas. It could be like Bri does Hogwarts, and then I'm sure we'll get like a letter, but it would so be worth it.
No, I used to, when I used to work at Universal, I would edit shows at Hogwarts because there's certain times of the day where it's empty. So I would go over there, bring my laptop, bring all my equipment. Some people would stare at me. I wouldn't care, but they don't care. It's not Disney over there, They're a little more laid back.
Oh, I love that. That sounds like the perfect setup for me, actually.
Yeah, but you have to maybe cut back on the butter beers. Maybe 2 tops at the time. And then after the show, many butter beers as you want.
Oh my God. Nothing would be more Bri Hunter than if I got arrested on like a drunken disorderly charge at Hogwarts. I mean, talk about life coming full circle for me. That would be like absolutely clear, or like public indecency or something. I accidentally flash a child like on like the Quidditch ride or something. I don't know. But I am so down for that actually now, especially now that the pandy is like starting to subside.
Absolutely.
God willing.
Yeah.
But yeah, actually, that's like pretty much all I have for this episode. What did we talk about? VR porn and chemistry Olympics, Ruettiger, which you thought I was making up, and what? Oh, and Hogwarts and public indecency.
Yeah.
Pretty much a typical Bri Hunter episode, I would say. Do you have anything to add before we officially wrap up?
No, I'm going to Disneyland tomorrow. Very excited about that. That's another thing we got to do together. Once, because that ticket was hard to get because it's opening weekend.
Right.
But in the future, we're going to Disneyland together. That's going to be fun.
And you're going for what? You just told me.
It's the opening weekend.
No, yes, but you said before the rope what? You could tell.
Oh, for the rope drop. I'm going for rope drop, which means the opening of the day at 8 a.m. Right when the park opens. I'll be there.
I know. When you first said, I thought you said robe drop, like your robe.
I wish.
I was just gonna say, like that's more what I'm into. Like I want to see like the robe drop of somebody. You want to see the ropes drop at Disneyland. But see, man, that's why this dynamic works. It's like you're the yin to my yang. That's why. You know, you're Disney, I'm Pornhub, and somehow it works. So.
Although we both enjoy each other's thing. Like, I love porn and you love Disney in some occasions.
Yes. No, I do. I'm not as crazy of a fan as you are, but I like my Disney. So, anywho, all right, guys, until next time, Al and I and the twins love you very much. And, we'll see you later.